Doc Taylor, because this is a reality, the things that you're talking about are necessary, and you have to. Um, it 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 was going to come a point where this attitude was going to have to be adopted, because you can't have a lot of what I call well wishers. You know, people saying, "Well, I support you. I support what you're doing," but they really don't. Um, it would be better to only have, 10 members. What? It would be better to only have 10 members. Go ahead. It would be better to have 10 members who were active and um, who actually cared. Like you said, it's not about the person saying they sympathize with your cause, as though to say you were a tree hugger. You're trying to stop the rainforest from being destroyed. Some people don't care about the rainforest, but what you don't realize is that even even with that rainforest deal, what? Even with the rainforest, it affects. Go in there and get done. Go now. Go. I'm gonna get you. Even with the rainforest, that is a issue that affects everybody, but not everyone sees it as a problem. Not everyone sees it as touching home. Not everyone sees it as their problem, and that's what you're dealing with USA 180. People are simply sympathizing with your plight because they don't see this as a problem. Not everyone feels that way, and to me, that's okay. That's the way America is set up. Those are the rights you're fighting for. That's how sad this is. Those are the rights you're fighting for. You're fighting for people's right to not care. You're fighting for people's right to be focused on stupidity. We focus on what things we have, what money we have. We can focus on that if we want to, but then suddenly you lose those things. You lose access to them. When they say you can't drive on the street anymore, it doesn't matter what kind of car you have. It doesn't matter how many Ferraris and Lamborghinis you have. If Enzo knows you by name, it really won't matter if you're not allowed to drive on the street. If they shut down the roadways, well, they can't do that, can they? They can't shut down the road. Okay, they shut down the planes, they shut down the sky. So why couldn't they shut down the road system? They could make it so you can't drive. I've seen this in action. I got another story to tell. 7 minutes left and you get to hear it. I don't know who decided, but somebody got all of the truck drivers between Little Rock, Arkansas and Memphis, Tennessee in a concerted effort, a concentrated effort to control traffic. The trucks were 2x2, no more than 2 diesel trucks in each. They were 2x2 with like 100, with 50 to 100 rows of cars, 50 to 150 rows of cars behind them. 2x2, so anywhere from 100 to 300 cars behind them with 2 trucks, not 2 trucks, a truck back here and then a truck in the line. No, just 2 trucks and all cars, 2 trucks and a certain number of cars. Now I want to know how they got that many people, the right numbers of cars behind them. I don't know how they did that, but when I showed up, I'm at the end of one of these lines, and I could have sat in my group behind my 2 trucks all the way back to where I needed to go, but I had to use the bathroom really bad. So what I did, I took to the shoulder and went. I call the emergency lane. I went to the emergency lane. I went over to the shoulder and took off. Riding my brother's Camaro. He was scared to death because it's like, I'm tearing up his tires, and I told him I'll buy you a new set of tires if something happens. But like I said, if something happens, I'm not just buying you a new set of tires because I know I'm tearing them up because I'm running over, all kinds of stuff over there. So I take off and we're shoo 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 shoo. My windows are down so you can hear them, and we're shoo 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 shoo, doing about 40 or 50 miles an hour down the shoulder. And I mean, it's very dangerous, breaking the law, very dangerous. Wouldn't do it again. Wouldn't advise anybody else to do it. And I get to the front and I go past those trucks, and then I can ride for about a mile or two, rolling for about a minute, little less than a minute. Then I get to this next group of cars. Wait till daddy gets finished. Go in there and wait till daddy gets finished. Go, wait. Go in there and wait. Go in there and wait. I'm going to come and get you. Go in there and wait. So I get to I'm going to get you. I told you to. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Yes. Now go back in there and finish watching the bear movie until I come and get you. I'm on my way in there.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Well, you're not going to get any food if you don't go watch the bear movie. Go now. Go. Go. If you don't let me finish, I'm going to come and get you. Now, get to the next set of cars, ride past them, the next set, and all of a sudden, suddenly, the truck in the front pulls out into the shoulder. He's directly on the line on the right side, separating the shoulder from the road. And he's on that line, so he's not going to let me pass. So the cars, they don't talk to them on CB. But the cars, they stay up because they don't want you to get in front of them. They don't want you to have cut in line and then get in the front. They don't want that. Even though me getting to the front of this group means nothing. We're still going to ride 10 miles an hour down the freeway. I'm not riding 10 miles an hour. Well, okay, now I would. But at that point, I wasn't. I was a young kid. I was 19 years old. I did not care. So I had to go. I'm going to get you. Go now. Go now. Go now before I get you. I'm not going to keep telling you. I'm almost finished. Go in there. Go in there before I come in there. I'm going to have to tell this story later. I'm coming.